How is everybody doing today on this fine day? 47-degree weather. I will take it. Well, today, I'm going to undo the keys so they don't make noise throughout the video. Today I want to pose a question. What is considered or no, wait. How do I want to go about this? I had a friend, someone I've met throughout the YouTube universe, leave a comment on the last upload I made about quit playing with technology, aka smartphones, and go out and find a girlfriend. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give a little backstory on my pursuit of companionship. We'll call it that. Obviously, I would like to have a quote-unquote girlfriend. And maybe more. I mean, believe me, it gets old and boring going home, and the only thing I really have waiting for me is my cat. My sister downstairs really doesn't count because she's my sister. Pretty much every relationship I've been in, after about a year or so, they either go really possessive. I mean, they'll either get possessive or just real clingy to where they can't think without me telling them what to do. Or they just go completely batshit nuts. And when I say batshit nuts, I mean batshit nuts. Like, first long-term girlfriend I had was through high school, dated her for about 3 years, pretty much. My sophomore, junior, and senior year. We broke up after my senior prom because my senior prom was just horrible. She did nothing but complain the whole time. And we broke up for a couple weeks. She begged me to come back. So, me being a teenager and after dating her for so long, obviously I was kind of distraught. But I took her back. We dated till about a couple weeks before graduation, and I broke up with her for good. And after that, she proceeded to stalk me for about 3 years. Like, would drive past my place of work. I mean, I was going out of my way to avoid her, but yet I would still run into instances where she would be around. she tried to have someone that she was seeing at the time instigate a fight with me in a mall. Obviously, I got a little bit out. Nothing bad happened, but obviously I was a little bit agitated over that. And finally get to the point to where I think she finally just gave up or came to reality, and you just ran a red light. Anyway, after that, it was probably a good couple years before I dated again. The second date, my sister hooked me up with someone she worked with. And she was the one that was... She had no personality of her own. And part of it was because, best I could tell, it was her mother. Her mother was a really controlling person. Basically, her mother told the father figure to jump, and the father figure would say how high. And you know, just she was one of those people that was always told what to do. And I am someone that I can't stand for someone to have their own personality. And she got really clingy and was basically trying to comport herself into my hobbies. And I said, be yourself, you know, I don't want you to be something, enjoy something just because I do. You know, explore your own, your own idea of fun. You know, tell me. I don't want someone to basically just sit there and be the exact copy of me. I don't want that. I want someone to have. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of I can't think of what I'm looking for, but I don't want someone to basically just be okay. Yeah, I enjoy it too. When deep down, you can tell the person is just trying so hard just because they know you're into something. And finally, I broke up with her, and she went pretty much insane. And then after that, it was probably another couple years before I dated again. This time, there's about another year or so. This time, I joined a website called eHarmony. First time I signed up for it, it came back and told me I was one of the 20% it couldn't help. And then I really sat and thought about the questions and answered the questions the way I kind of figured it wanted me to. And then voila, all of a sudden, I was allowed in. Or all of a sudden, it went ahead and let me join. Ended up connecting with a really nice girl that was pretty much middle of Ohio. I felt a really strong connection with her, but I think what happened with that relationship was I was looking for something to be wrong. I was so busy waiting for it to blow up in my face that I didn't realize that she was probably it. She was her own person. She had her own full-time job, and I got along with the family, which is rare. I mean, that might have been why it wouldn't have worked out, but I mean, and you just get that feeling that okay, this might be the connection. This might be the one. I had that, but I was so busy and so paranoid, waiting for it to go wrong. She wanted me to basically up and move to Ohio, which if I had to do all over again, there wouldn't have been a second thought. I would have just picked up and went. I was so worried that I was going to go there and not find a job. She told me she could probably get me a job where she was working. She was making pretty good money. Her father was the foreman at the job she was working. And a couple other members of her family worked there, and they were all doing fairly well for themselves. But I ended up letting that go, all because I went and spent Thanksgiving up at her place, and the idea was that she was going to come down and spend Christmas. Well, then she decided she wanted me to come spend Christmas, which I really should have. And I got bullheaded. And that relationship ended that way. And then after that, it was quite a while before I tried dating again. And it's been about 2 years since I broke up with the last one. And she was another one I found from a website. She lived about 2 hours away. The girl in Ohio was over 3 hours away. And we were seeing each other back and forth for about a year, maybe a little bit longer. And it got to the point where I couldn't afford to keep making the trips back and forth as often. And she started getting really weird about it. Because, well, she ended up getting laid off from her job, and I understand it. But I was basically trying to survive on less than what I'm making now, and still try to keep a relationship that's over 2 hours away. And it turned into me offering her to move up to where I was after she got laid off, and she didn't want to leave mommy and daddy, which I can see that. I was kind of the same way with the last one, but she's all, this is, by this time, she's in her 30s. She said she's already moved away once and came back, but I just don't know. I mean, I really wish. I mean, she was all right, but again, it was one of those things where I'm not someone to really stickler about personal appearance, but don't hide who you are, though. I mean, the picture that she uploaded was probably had to be about 5-10 years old, and that's the only picture she had. And mine wasn't very current either, but it was more current than what she had. And I don't know, after that, that was pretty rough. She ended up getting bent out of shape because I forgot to wish her a happy birthday. And I was still at work at the time, and she just wanted to fight with me. And I said, look, let's not fight now. Wait till I get done with work. And she just she wanted nothing to do with that. She wanted to fight, and she wanted to fight now. So I said, you know what, I'm done. And I just broke it off right there. And now we're to present day, where, I mean, there's a couple other ones that I dated for a couple months. I wouldn't really call them relationships. Again, more long distance relationships. I've come to realize that they just never really work. I'm gonna pull in here so I can call the next person. Nah, better not. I'm trying to save money and I'm flying through it. Anyway, after that, I've been focusing more on just trying to survive. I've been focusing on just trying to get myself straight, financially wise. And technology to me, it just keeps me, focused. It keeps me from thinking about other things. And I really don't know what else to really say. Long story short, yes, I really wish I could find that connection again. But I really think I blew that one shot. The other times I've kind of tried to mingle back in today's world. From anything I've noticed, is women, they're either looking for a guy that's making six figures, or the bad guy, and I'm just none of that. I just don't think I have that much to offer. And I know that's, it sounds like it's just that's just depression talking, and it very well might be, but I'm just, I don't want to go through, I just don't want to go through dating someone and them being nuts again. I've already had it enough, and I just don't want to deal with it again. Well, I think I got everything out. Sorry for the downbeat vlog. If you're still interested in following me, I really appreciate it. If you find this video, and if you happen to share the same views I do, please leave a comment. I don't mind discussing it. I just don't know what else to really say in the video. Anyway, take care. Thank you for watching. And try to make the best out of your day. Thank you.